So there we go. If anyone was wondering what our life is like, what our schedule is like, how do we plan our life, do we miss all the holidays, birthdays, festivals? Thank you, sir. Well, I'll sit here in the front. He's happy. He doesn't mind guiding us.
Your first time here, huh?
For me, yes. Well, at least this hotel, no, I've never been. I'm gonna say bye-bye to our captains. Bye-bye. The hotel. That's the hotel. Thank you.
Just can this one.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. Thank you. And that's thank you. I'm expecting a parcel, which should be on my room number. The parcel is supposed to arrive on the 19th, and it's. Oh my God.
Today you only receive one item.
Which is Angelica or Smita. Parcel is not there. Just writing the details. Alright, miss, there should be a parcel. You can send it to 920 if it's possible to send it up in my room. Just waiting for the elevator. That's the hotel. And the lady helping us with the elevators. Let's see if he's gonna manage to get me the elevator. I don't know what's going on. I'll tell you the whole story why I'm so anxious. Maybe I should just start telling you now already. I have 12 hours, guys. 12 hours here, out of which 2 hours is already gone. It's 13:17, which is almost gonna be 1:30 by the time I reach in my room, and I have to check out at 11:15 in the night. So we are talking about less than 10 hours. Wow. I don't know if I'm gonna change, shower, sleep, eat, and I done a whole night flight, so it's gonna be crazy. I really need to get to my room. Ooh. It's pretty, huh? They're trying to fix something. Can I use another elevator? Yeah. In the elevator, getting to my room with these stupid bags. I shouldn't have got this bag, honestly. I just shouldn't have got this bag because it's barely 10 hours. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna probably get a massage, eat some local food, and there it is. Luckily we have the buggy ride. Otherwise, I don't know. Crazy. I walked all this corridor. This is my room now. I'm gonna go back, get my bags. I'm gonna talk to you guys inside. Oof. Okay, I don't even know how to switch it off. This is not a very pretty picture of flight attendants. That was my pee on your face. Guys, excuse me for that. Wasn't intentional. Alrighty. The door just banged on my ass. Okay. The captain just picked up something from the airport itself. There was like a small kiosk, and they were highly recommending some local food from that place, but they only took like cash currency. So guys, you know, this is the first time I literally walked in the way it was and got inside the room. And I'm gonna show you around. I have to get rid of these gloves because they're really funny and doesn't help me do anything with my phone. Anyhow, one of my hands is okay. So that's a pretty nice sturdy door, and that's a huge mirror. I like this closet, though I never use it. I really like this coffee machine. Look at that. They have a selection. They have a nice, wow, it's from the Coffee Bean anti-leaf. I don't know how many coffees I'm gonna drink, but for sure I'm gonna try a few before I leave. They have a kettle for my favorite tea, and that's my room, guys. Yay! I really like the room. Look at the colors. That's why I like Asia. They play with colors. They love colors. All right, let's figure this out now. Alrighty, these are the drapes. I'm trying to put it down, which is I didn't need to because I want to show you what's outside my room. I just want to show you my view. Let me see if I can just put it back up. Back. Ta-da! That's Kuala Lumpur. By the way, that was the airport. You saw me, right? How I got here? We took the buggy ride from the airport and just drove into the hotel. So yes, we are right at the airport. That is the air traffic control tower. I hope you can see that. I'm going to put it on the camera because I'm not sure if you can see. That's the air traffic control tower, and that's the airport, which is connected to the hotel. The view is nice. I don't know why the window is a bit blurry. And my room is, of course, very pretty. Only for 10, even less than 10 hours. Let's see the bathroom. Whoa, it's big. I have to say it's huge, actually. All right. I really like this. I really wish it was a longer layover. Look at that bath. So cute. Oh my. It's kind of cool, you know, these things. So you can get into different selections, hotel information, restaurants, recreational facilities, go back to the home, alarms, go back to the home. There is the map, where we are in the world. This is for the curtains. This is for the lights. And this is for the air conditioning. I like these things. See, most of the times you get it in Asia. It's kind of cool to have these things right next to the bed. I'm just gonna get out of this uniform and gonna talk to you a bit later. Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna sign this. Sir, would you mind holding it?
I hold it. See, I just sign.
Thank you very
Your
much.
name and signature. All right.
Yay, the parcel has arrived. You should be very happy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. You too. The parcel has arrived. So I kinda am ripping this stuff out. Gonna need to open it. And oops, okay, she didn't like the card. That's cute. That's so cute. And what's in there? I just think I have no idea what is this. Oh my god. It's a lot of skin products. Wow, it's a lot of skin products. Oopsie. And let's see what's in here. Oh, that's so cute. Like a cute thank you message, and send me some samples. I'm gonna definitely try it and let you guys know how it is. It's so cute. It's a very cute gesture. Thank you. It's 4:27. It's almost 4:30 p.m. and I can't get sleep. And I have to wake up in 5 hours. And I'm so restless right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get some sleep now. I'll talk to you guys before I leave. Here with my coffee. You have no idea how much I really need this. Just black, no sugar, no milk, and some Madeline. I was thinking I'm gonna go downstairs and show you a bit of the hotel, but they're renovating a part of the hotel, so I don't know if it's worth seeing. Besides, the coffee in the room is amazing. This is French vanilla, and oh, I can't tell you how amazing it smells, especially when I haven't slept. I showed you I slept at 4 p.m. and I woke up around 8:30 p.m. So 4.5 hours of sleep after doing a whole night duty. So it's pretty crazy, this layover. We only had 12 hours to stay here, and the hotel is attached to the airport. So you saw I took the buggy ride and came to the hotel, but there was a huge problem when we arrived with the apps. We had to log into the Wi-Fi, we had to get into these barcodes where they do the immigration process and declarations for health. And they made us all download this app, but some of the people were not able to download it. Some of them didn't have the scanner, some of them had a problem with getting the OTP passwords or whatever. So we spent it like more than half an hour the first check, and then at the second point again we had to do like paperwork, immigration and stuff. Then we came to the hotel again. They made us do some scanning of this app, and they said that one was for the airport, this one is for the hotel. I guess it's some sort of a tracking thing and declaration at the same time, so they know where you are and what you've declared. And yeah, that process took about more than 2 hours, and the bag as well. Once we came to the hotel also, it took a while, like I said. And by the time I could get inside my room, they give us like all close to each other, and especially the airline crew, because they want to keep us in one place, because they make sure of the sanitization and cleanliness of the rooms, and everything is in place and ready. So yeah, my room unfortunately was the end of the corridor, and with a huge heavy suitcase, I regretted really carrying the big suitcase. I really didn't need to. Bless that coffee machine in my room, and bless this coffee. I'm not a coffee person, but this is like a nice shot of espresso, French vanilla. It's really good. I don't even feel like eating, because when I don't sleep, my stomach is just grumbling and growling, and I feel like everything is up to my neck, though I haven't honestly eaten anything at all. I had a sandwich before arriving, landing into Kuala Lumpur, and then that's it. Honestly, like all this whole thing took us 2-3 hours. I slept few hours. Within an hour I have to start getting ready, so there's no time. I thought I'm gonna go down, show you guys a bit around the hotel. I got my gym clothes, I got some face packs, I got the bath salts. I know I was being optimistic and really wishful, but I really thought that out of the 12 hours I'm gonna sleep like 8 hours, and I still have like 3-4 hours to talk to you guys a bit, do my stuff in a nice comfortable way, go out like in the hotel lobby and get in a restaurant, eat something, and show you guys around. Probably hit the gym, even if it was for 30 minutes, just to see, because I haven't been to a hotel gym. I really like hotel gyms, usually there is no one, it's super clean, just nice to work out on different machines sometime. But anyways, it's fine. I managed to get like 4.5 hours. I hope, fingers crossed, I'll be able to pull off this flight, though it's not gonna be very busy. So yeah. Well, that brings me to what I really want to tell you. Crew schedule. Sorry guys, I have to get my iPad and my little pink book for my flight preparation. So see, that's how my brain functions when I have no sleep. And I don't know why is this stupid thing standing on my head. Oof. Okay, please ignore that. Okay, it's settling down. I don't know, I really don't know why it's standing up. Maybe because I washed my hair like before the flight. Yeah, it's a bit funny, my hair today. Excuse me for that. Honestly, with this little time, I can't be bothered. Yes, today I wanted to talk to you guys about our schedule. I know this vlog is not perfect. By no means it was meant to be perfect, because nobody's life is perfect. And far less cabin crew's life. I mean, come on, like, do we have a pattern? Do we have a schedule? Do we have any timetable? Do we know where we are gonna go, what we're gonna do next week, next fortnight, next month? I just want to answer a few questions for you guys who probably are interested in how do we plan our lives. Where I would like to tell you that yes, we do have certain normalcy in our life. which is brought about by our roster. Roster is a schedule which is given to a cabin crew a month in advance. Now during the corona times, it's 15 days in advance. So we have a split roster. We get it for 15 days and 15 days because they're not very sure of how many flights are going to where, and if the restrictions changes, there are a lot of changes going around. So they don't want to mess up the way they schedule crew to go for a flight, so they try to do it like half and half. But usually in a normal cabin crew life, we get to know a month in advance what our roster is gonna be like, what is our schedule gonna be like for the next month. So I will show you. So we get something like the orange ribbon, and we are like, yay, like, oh my god, just a week before when the roster is gonna come out, everyone is like, oh, when the roster is gonna come out. 'Cause that's like a big topic of discussion, you guys. We are so anxious and we are so looking forward for it, because just depending on the roster, we decide so many things. Like, for instance, I will tell you, we plan our where we're gonna fly next month. So we have, sorry guys, I'm gonna stop monkeying around. My hair situation is pretty bad. It doesn't help that I turned off the aircon and it was so hot and humid inside, but I hope I have got it out of my way. So the reason why we get so excited is because we have something called as bidding. So this month I can bid for flights I want, days off I want, where I would like to travel next month, depending on the season. So if it's summer, I'd like to go to Europe. If it's winter, I'd like to go to Asia or Africa, or I don't know, like depends on the season. We like to request destinations, depend on the festivals. Like I would love to go to Germany during Oktoberfest, or in Europe during Christmas. Well, Christmas is good everywhere, but I'd like to go more towards Australia. I'd like to go to India if there is a festival there like Diwali or Ganpati, or you know, things like that. So or if my friends are there, if there is an event, if there is a wedding, if there is anything, like whatever may come up, and if I have a slight idea of what it could be for next month, I'd like to accordingly request for either days off. If I have a leave, then I would attach my days off along with my leave. I request flights, like I said, or destinations depending on the season, festival, where I want to go, who I want to see, what I want to do there. So there is a bunch of things we consider before we request for the bids, and that's the reason why we are so anxious and we're so excited when we're gonna get our rosters, because it's like you're closing your eyes and then you hit the button and then you see, please, 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 did I get my bid? Yay! Yes, I got my days off, I got my flight. Or if not, then yes, we are a bit disheartened, but nevertheless, we always know that there is a slight chance that you might not get what you really want, but you can put up to like 20 bids. So your topmost, your second favorite, third, fourth, and up to 10th, you know, so you hit somewhere around that area, and that's okay as long as you get something around what you like. Maybe one, maybe two things, you're more than happy. Like, I'm more than happy, and it's usually like that. We always take it with a pinch of salt, but yes, it's like hitting a jackpot if you get your first two bids. I had got in 2019, 2018 was my favorite year, where I got all my leaves along with my days off, 4 days off before and 4 days off after. So I had these 5 days leave, and I got like 15 days together every alternate month, and I traveled so much, guys. That year was amazing. Even 2019 was amazing. 2018 I took the unpaid leave which they gave me, and 2019 I just was having these leaves and days off, and I could travel so much. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why we are so excited. So let's say if I got my roster now, so I know my whole month. I got days off here. I can plan it with my sister. She lives in Dubai. She's working with the Emirates for the last 14 years as well. So she had this mixed schedule as well. Her thing operates the same way as mine. So then we coordinate our days, be it with our friends. We have this WhatsApp group. We make plans. We kind of plan ourselves accordingly. Or I'll tell my mom, hey, I have like 3 days. Anything above 4 days, I try to go somewhere else. But if I have like 2-3 days, going to India is just hop, skip, and jump, like 2.5 hours flight going and coming back. You can even go like the same day and come back the same night. I usually try to do if I have 2 or 3 days. So yes, I let my mom know, or if I'm doing something with my friends, or if I have to plan a small getaway, or let's say if I've got an exciting flight coming up, so I plan for the destination. And yeah, it's very exciting. It's like every month it brings you something new and exciting. So that's how we plan our lives, and it's not boring at all. I have loved it for last 15 years and I still do. It's amazing. I want to point it out that this is more like an international schedule. If you are flying for an international airline, is when you would probably get this much of flexibility. Domestic flying can be really hectic, and I've experienced it. I've known it. I have my colleagues there still, and nothing has changed because the duty time is still the same, more or less, except for the ultra long haul where they don't do the 16-hour schedule or 20 hours, 22 hours duty. Their maximum can be 14 hours, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not very sure with I'm talking about India where I flew. So I know like we could stretch up to 14 or 16 hours. We have an extension, something where we can extend our duty time. Because it's humanly impossible to go beyond those hours if you're not getting in between flight rest. So my last flight I did Toronto, I told you we have a legal rest. That's why we have the pyjamas. So we have to have that break of minimum 3 hours. It can be maximum up to 4, depends how long the flight is, or 4.5 hours. So yes, if you get that flight rest, you're able to continue for the next 4-5 hours in the flight, you know. But if you don't, and you're going on for like 10, 12, 13, 14 hours, you feel fatigue. You don't even know. You think you're fine, but being fatigued, they kind of like, you know, like there is a comparison, like being sleepy, being fatigued is equivalent to being drunk, because your judgment, your power of thinking, your power of taking the right decisions, or your mind and body coordination is very low, and you are bound to make mistakes. So no matter how much you say, you know what, I'm fine, I'm gonna pull it off, I'm okay, I've slept, or I don't feel tired, the body is gonna give up. There is no two ways about it. And that's why they have this international regulation of, or a country regulation. Every country has their own governing body for aviation, like DGCA in India, GCCA in UAE, Gulf areas, and I'm sure there are different governing bodies in different parts of the world, and they are there rightfully for a reason, you know, because you don't wanna jeopardize yourself, your safety, the passenger safety, and the aircraft safety. And you know, there is a time period where they give you this opportunity to apply for your leaves as well, which is going on right now for me. So I have to think about you know, if there's a wedding coming up, or if there's a festival I want to apply leave for, or if I want to visit family, or if I want to plan a long trip, coordinating with my friends or whoever. So we have this window of where we can apply our leaves. And yes, most of the time I would say 7 years, 6 years, I have got everything just like the way I wanted it. 1 year was a bit funny, but then we still have an option to try to swap it between our crew, between the grades. And yeah, you know, I managed to shuffle a bit and I try to get what I wanted. But it's absolutely fine, because besides the paid leave, the unpaid leave, the days off in between, rest time between 2 flights as well, we have enough time, enough rest, a lot of flexibility in how we can request our off time. Except for this flight, you know, when it's 12 hours, I understand that, you know, certain times, certain blocks can be really challenging for you, but that's the reason why they compensated with giving you 2-3 days off after it, which I think is perfect, because I am like motivated. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna pull through this, because I will earn my 4 days off after, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward for it. So it's a great way to motivate your employees, and I think that's the way the model works. You know, you make them work. Sometimes it can be heavy duty flights, sometimes it can be challenging, but then you compensate with like 3-4 days off, where you know you can just be yourself, do whatever you want. I've seen my aunt raising her 2 daughters, you know, so beautifully, trying to manage a beautiful family, and nevertheless you still have so much of time in your hand for your family, your friends, if you really want to manage it that way. I would say for me it worked out perfectly. In last 7 years I've I must have missed only 1 year or 2 year tops some festivals or events that I really wanted to attend, but most of the times I've got everything what I wanted, and I'm very happy, to be honest. So I hope you got some insight into what cabin crew life is all about. How do we plan our months? How do we plan our year? Do we miss all the holidays, birthdays, festivals? No, not really. Guys, this job is all what you want to make out of it. I just want to give like a shout out to Shreya, one of my viewers. She wrote me a few personal messages and told me her heartbreaking story. When I get to hear things from beautiful young girls who are aspiring to be a cabin crew, and tell her that don't worry, I know it can be tough when you're trying to pursue your dreams, because certain people, they have misconception about our job. I also want to clarify that our training happens in huge institute, which is a very professional area. It's an academy or institute like any educational institute we have, where we have the simulators, the classrooms, the training rooms, really qualified people come in and training you to be a cabin crew. It's a very rigorous training. It can be 2.5 months to 3 months, and they tell you about the technicalities of the aircraft, the safety procedures. They mostly focus on these things. We dedicate just about couple of weeks for service training, because yes, they see that flair in you, that you are friendly and you're customer service oriented. That's the reason why they even hire you. But majority of your job focuses on first aid, for safety, for ensuring that you are able to take care of a huge aircraft and understand the whole operation of how to operate it safely with 200, 300, 400 guests on board. And yeah, that's what this job is all about. That's primarily what the job is all about. Everything else is secondary, which comes with this job. And it's a very beautiful career if you really want to pursue it. I want to just address to Shreya's parents and the families out there that do not stop your child's dream. Do not clip their wings. Support them in the right direction, guide them, and give them the freedom to pursue their dreams. Please be informed, educate yourself, and understand why your child wants to pursue a certain career or a certain field. Get to know it better and guide them accordingly. Have valid reasons for saying no. Do not say no under societal pressure. Treat your child as a young adult and have an open dialogue, a fair conversation with them. Support, guide, and let them flourish. So there you go, guys. This is me, Smita, signing off. Until next time, see you.